Alrighty, everyone, let's continue. My dudes are gonna move on here. I want to know what the frick is happening to Concord, aka the future of Dragon Age, Vanguard. Let's freaking go!
Concord is
And
the
possibly
gift that
Assassin's
just
Creed
keeps on
Shadows.
giving, the dumpster fire that refuses to go out, the insane amount of money that has been lost by Sony investing in Firewalk Studios' new game that was supposedly the next Star Wars when it comes to entertainment has been such a complete catastrophe that we are just beginning to scratch the surface with just how bad it gets. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And the latest information, shout out Kyle on Twitter for tagging me in the end credits. And I know, you hear that, and you're just like, oh, this can't be that entertaining of a video. Is talking about the end credits of a game. No one watches the end credits of a game. Why should I care about it? Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this one.
To be fair though, if Smash JT doesn't talk about the end credits of Concord, nobody will. Nobody's gonna see him, so let's see.
Actually, unintentionally hysterical. I had to search out for myself and find the end credits on YouTube. Someone took the time to upload the entire file.
I'm surprised. Yeah, that means like they found him. Like you actually played the game.
Of over 36 minutes of credits, okay?
36 minutes of How many people worked on this game?
36 minutes. Now, you might hear that and be like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people working on games.
No! No. I think the longest credits I have ever in my life sat down through was like 10, 11 minutes or so, bro. And I only say that because I remember having to edit because I used to edit my gameplay videos, and I would make sure the end credits were always there.
These days, and credits can start running long.
10 minutes or so, 15 is understandable.
Minutes.
And on
top of that, the player can
How slow is it moving? It looks fast.
The developers for what a fantastic job they did on this absolute disaster.
Woo!
Yeah!
They added a button so you can congratulate them.
For the full article.
You self-centered, egotistical, like lunatic developers actually added a button, a button so that people could appreciate you in the game instead of making a good game.
Breaking down the end credits of Concord, and
freaking
just how unintentionally hysterical they really are. In what might be the most head-scratching moment in gaming history, Concord, the game has already cemented itself as one of, if not the biggest failures
There's
ever.
The trash can!
As yet another mind-boggling twist.
Who thought that was a good robot design? Brother actually just looks like a washing machine, and I believe he is, isn't he? He's an actual garbage can. Like, that is his primary function, is a garbage can.
And I swear, it never ends with this game. Despite being widely regarded as a catastrophic failure both critically and financially, the game's developer, Firewalk Studios, decided to put what feels like more effort into the end credits than the actual game itself. And the end result is an utterly ridiculous 36-minute-long self-congratulatory spectacle. Now, I hear people spreading rumors that it's over an hour and 12 minutes, like the credits just keep going on forever, and I can see where that's coming from. Somebody uploaded the entirety of the credits and then put it at half speed. I actually brought them both up and compared the two and noticed exactly what happened. So,
yeah,
yes,
okay.
It is very long.
Nah, they cheated. They cheated. That's not okay. It's ridiculous as it is. You don't need to freaking exaggerate,
it's not
bro.
As long as the hour and 12 minutes, and I would love to claim it was, because that would be even more ridiculous. But still, 36 minutes? You've got to be kidding me.
That's a lot.
On Twitter, Kyle posted, in the
hour-long credits, oh, he's gonna read it anyways.
Hour-long credits for the Concord flop, there is an option to cheer and celebrate the developers. Talentless freaks. Weird.
Oh yeah. They said they called us, and I'm gonna say us because I judged Concord as well, so that means I'm included too. They said that all the people that were judging the game were talentless freaks and weirdos. Got it. Yeah, okay.
Weirdos. Projection developers, thank you. He's saying talentless freaks because that, if you might recall, was one of the developers calling gamers talentless freaks and was calling them out on Twitter because the game was flopping so hard and they didn't know how to deal with it. Considering how much of a train wreck the game was, and even saying that is an understatement, it's really hard to wrap your mind around why the end credits would even last this long in the first place. And this is coming from me, someone who's worked in the game industry and has my name in the end credits of Sony games. And I'm looking at this like, no, end credits coming from someone who used to work in the industry? That is unheard of. End credits of games should last no more than maybe 3, 4, if you want to really push it, 5 or 6 minutes. 36 minutes? You're adding a half an hour on top of that?
Like I said, I have to disagree a little bit, but not by a lot. I have definitely seen end credits that go into the 10-minute mark. The longest I've had, again, because I edited a lot of my old gameplay videos, was about 11 minutes, and yeah, it was pretty freaking slow end credits, like moving. But yeah, 11 minutes. If I can remember what game it was exactly, I will let you know. There's a good chance it was the Doom end credits, but I doubt it. It may have been, though. It may have been, because that's like a very early game that I used to play. I don't think it was, though. I don't know what it was. What is it, a horror game?
End credits, and them trying to...
It might have been an RPG. It might have been like Dragon Age. No, did I play it on stream? Nah. No. I'm lying.
To press a button and congratulate them for what a bang-up job they really did on this game. And when you listen to what they say and how the cheers go, you're going to roll your eyes so far back that you're going to see the front of your brain.
Stop.
Yeah!
That's one of the cheers? Yeah!
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff.
This takes me back to my wild days.
What?
Bang, bang, bang! Yeah, buddy!
Bang!
Uh-huh. My crew enjoys this very much. Woo!
My crew enjoys this very much.
Yeah!
Oh, I think I am having fun.
The cheers are...
I think he's not sure. He's not sure, you see, because he has to be told whether he's having fun or not. But he thinks.
Unbelievably cringy.
Freaking hated.
Ridiculously fake enthusiasm by these voice actors to congratulate these developers. And man, there's a lot of quotes when it comes to this kind
brother,
of game.
It's like they've never heard somebody cheer them on before. Actually, though.
As though they tried to manufacture some sort of sense of accomplishment where none of it even exists. They, again, put the cart before the horse, thinking that just because they put this game out, that everyone was just going to embrace it, and they were going to make so much money for it because it's a game that they put out, and they were so used to everyone telling them how great they were, and they would not listen to anyone say, hey, no one wants this. They called it white noise. They didn't want to listen to any critics because the critics were the bad, evil people. You know, the gamers telling them what they want in a game. Those are the people they didn't want to listen to. And they just thought, hey, everyone in our echo chamber is telling us this game's fantastic. And we can't wait to surprise all the gamers with just how good it is. And boy, were the gamers surprised. Oh, and
bro, at this point, it's literally what's happening right now with Assassin's Creed Shadows and with Dragon Age, Veilguard. Well, less Veilguard, but basically, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows has delayed the game until February. And it's like, okay, this doesn't seem like... I don't think they're delaying the game for the right reasons. I don't... Like, at this point, that whole game would have to be rewritten from scratch and changed in its entirety. Like, I don't know what you think you're going to be able to do within these couple of months, but whatever it is, it's not going to be enough, dude. It's really not.
And our good friend, the Professor Brown.
First impressions are everything,
and instead of going by her real name, Lisa Brown, she decides to continue to gaslight everyone into thinking her fake professor title is real by calling herself Prof. Brown in the end credits. And when I saw that scrolling through,
wait, what?
Gaslight with the gamers surprised. Oh, and even our good friend, the Professor Brown, makes an appearance. And instead of going by her real name, Lisa Brown, she
Why?
decides to continue to gaslight everyone into thinking her fake professor title is real by calling herself Prof. Brown in the end credits. And when I saw that scroll...
Is she actually trying to, like, pretend she's a professor? Like an actual intelligent, like...
through,
that is sad.
I was like, gotta be kidding me. It was bad enough when I covered this in a previous video that this person was forcing everyone in the office to call her Professor. And if you did not call her that, then you were gonna be in trouble with HR. And that was the environment, the toxic positivity situation that Firewalk Studios was engulfed in. No pun intended. But now...
What, is she actually a teacher? Why does she want to be called Professor? Or is it just like a cool name? Like, Professor Chaos is one of my hosts. Chaos. We just call him Chaos. Did she really try to pull a Doctor Who? Like, I am the Doctor. Oh, I am the Professor. You know, who was someone else? Professor Elemental. You know, like the rapper? I love it.
Now, on the masses, putting it out there as, in the end credits, the name they want to go by. And I guess, to be fair, it's probably a good idea for everyone to go under a pseudonym when they're working for Firewalk Studios, because after
I wouldn't give
Concord
my real name
releases,
either.
they are basically unemployable in the game industry. The game that cost Sony a rumored $400 million is also the one where the development team felt so entitled that they created what could only be described as a victory lap in the end credits. At the end of a catastrophic failure of a quote-unquote game, and keep in mind, this rumored figure does not include Sony's acquisition fees of buying Firewalk Studios from probably monsters. So while these developers were busy
They bought that studio? Why?
The game itself was
What made you think that was a good idea?
State getting pushed out the door after hiring external sources and companies to assist them to get it to an MVP status.
I love how this is probably what's happening at Sony. They purchase Firewalk Studios. They make this game. Sony is not happy, so they fire everyone at Firewalk Studios. And they're either going to shut down the studio or they're going to replace all the employees.
Pretty amazing. We're going to own the chuds with this game with pronouns on robots and giving them the ugliest character models that they've ever seen in their life and charging them $40 for an experience that's free everywhere else. What makes this all even more shocking is the sheer disconnect from reality in the studio.
Yeah, they really wanted to make you pay for a free-to-play game.
Firewalk decided that it was far more important to give themselves what approaches up to an hour-long pat on the back. It's almost poetic how emblematic this is of the entire Concord fiasco. A project that completely missed the mark, but to them didn't matter in their own echo chamber. They wanted to pretend that everything was hunky-dory and fine, and that the gamers that weren't embracing it were the problem. How's that always work out for you? As it stands, Concord's colossal failure...
Well, see, the problem is that the people that you say are the problem are the ones with the wallets. You gotta need them to not be a problem for you.
Gaming history, and this ridiculous end credits fiasco is just the cherry on top. It's one thing.
It really is. It's like a little bit of frosting on the cake.
2077, for example, had at least a path to redemption, but it's another thing entirely to crash and burn while cheering yourself on. It's the ultimate everyone gets a trophy moment, and this is the result of making everyone a winner.
It's a participation trophy.
Slaps them so hard in the face that it causes their entire world to crash down. Firewalk Studios' time is running out, and I've mentioned this a few times. I'm even personally shocked as I'm recording this that as of right now, they're all still employed there. Who knows what they're doing when they go into work every day? I mean, this is the weekend when I'm recording this, so I don't think they have much time left.
Yeah, at this point, what are you gonna do? Like, what are they doing?
Higher up executives are looking at the situation.
What is their day-to-day life right now?
How to best
besides going on Twitter and complaining?
If it's cutting Firewalk Studios and just destroying it, gutting it all together as a tax write-off, or
that would be the smartest move.
Push some of these people in different areas and try to make what they can out of this. But at the end of the day,
nah, son, because so far, if Sony wanted to, the best move right here would be to first off, refund the game, get rid of it, delete it, and then write it off as a tax write-off. That's $400 million worth of a tax write-off right there. And if you want to go further, I don't think you need to. You can always fire everybody and re-employ people. But if you really need to, you could also shut down the studio, the developer, Firewalk, and then pretty much just write that off on your taxes as well.
Lost so
they could get a huge tax cut with all this.
And Concord has literally
I think Sony's gonna be fine.
Nothing to show for the 8+
Firewalk
years,
Studios is screwed. Sony's totally fine.
$400+ million put into what ended up being
they'll find some benefit out of all this
epic gaming disaster. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. Again, shout out to Kyle for giving me the heads up on this situation. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
Woo!
Woo! Bro really said, woo! But he said it like, woo. Woo. Woo! Woo! Just not interested at all. Freaking hey, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe. And become a Monodachi today. I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi. That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!